Welcome to the Israel Daily News Podcast. I'm your host, Shanna Fold, and I'm here to get you caught up quickly. I've got some top news stories for you today from Israel, and guess what? You're listening, so you're already on top of your game. Survive and thrive, people. Knowledge is the best weapon. Today is Tuesday, September 30th, 2025, in the Gregorian calendar, and the 9th of Tishrei, 5786, in the Hebrew calendar. Now, let's get to the news. Two teenagers have been injured in a car ramming attack south of Jerusalem at the Al-Qadr junction in the West Bank. The assailant, a Palestinian from the nearby town of Beit Fajr, crashed his vehicle into pedestrians waiting on the side of Route 60 before getting out and attempting to stab them. Magen David Adom said it took the two victims, ages 15 and 16, to Shaare Zedek Medical Center in the city, with the 15-year-old in moderate to serious condition and the 16-year-old in moderate condition. Both got injuries to their heads. The assailant was neutralized by an off-duty reservist, Colonel Hezi Nechama, after the Palestinian man kept running towards him. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday at the White House. The two leaders discussed trade, Iran, the expansion of the Abraham Accords, and most importantly, ending the war in Gaza. The two also called the Emir of Qatar, and Netanyahu apologized for the failed attack targeting Hamas leadership in Doha. While addressing the press, President Trump revealed that Netanyahu agreed to this plan. Netanyahu told reporters that the plan can not only be a new beginning for Gaza, but a new beginning for the entire region. The plan imposes a trilateral transitioning government body spearheaded by Trump and former British Prime Minister Tony Blair. The plan also includes a timeline for the release of all the remaining hostages, living and deceased. The plan gives amnesty to Hamas members who accept peace and agree to lay down their arms, and will be given safe passage if they wish to leave Gaza. It also encourages ordinary Gazans to safely leave and return in order to build better lives for themselves. Trump has given Hamas 3 to 4 days to accept this proposal and said that if they don't, Israel will do what they need to do. Netanyahu also stated that in the press conference as well. Rumors are circulating that Hamas might accept the plan, and Arab leaders are warm on the idea as well. Well, let's just get right to the source. We'll play the press conference for you so that you can hear it directly from their mouths to your ears. You know that I'm a big believer in original texts.
Mr. President, first I want to thank you for graciously hosting me once again in the White House. And second, I want to thank you for your friendship and for your leadership. From Jerusalem to Tehran, from the Golan Heights to Gaza, you've proven time and again what I've said many times. You are the greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the White House. And Mr. President, you and I both know it's not even close. While you focus at home on making America great again, your leadership abroad is changing the world for the better, ending wars and advancing peace. I believe that today we're taking a critical step towards both ending the war in Gaza and setting the stage for dramatically advancing peace in the Middle East. And I think beyond the Middle East, in very important Muslim countries. I support your plan to end the war in Gaza, which achieves our war aims. It will bring back to Israel all our hostages, dismantle Hamas's military capabilities, end its political rule, and ensure that Gaza never again poses a threat to Israel. We would not have achieved this turning point without the courage and sacrifice of our incredibly brave soldiers. They fight like lions to defend the people of Israel, and they serve on the front line in the war between civilization and barbarism. Mr. President, When our two countries stand shoulder to shoulder, we achieve the impossible. Just a few months ago, in Operation Rising Lion and Operation Midnight Hammer, we struck a decisive blow against Iran's nuclear and ballistic missile program. Your bold decision to send those B-2s made the region safer and the world safer. Now, under your leadership, we're taking the next step to win the war and expand the peace. Your plan is consistent with the 5 principles my government set for the end of the war and the day after Hamas. Everybody asks, what is your plan for the day after Hamas? Here's our plan. Passed it in the cabinet. All our hostages, both those who are alive and those who died, all of them will return home immediately. Hamas will be disarmed. Gaza will be demilitarized. Israel will retain security responsibility, including a security perimeter for the foreseeable future. And lastly, Gaza will have a peaceful civilian administration that is run neither by Hamas nor by the Palestinian Authority. If Hamas agrees to your plan, Mr. President, the first step will be a modest withdrawal, followed by the release of all our hostages within 72 hours. The next step will be the establishment of an international body charged with fully disarming Hamas and demilitarizing Gaza. I appreciate your willingness to lead the body, Mr. President. I really appreciate it because you have a lot of things to do, and this is important. And it reflects the confidence that this will give everyone, that things will be followed up on all the commitments made. The fact that you're taking this on, I think, helps a lot to make sure that everything flows in the direction that we want. Now, if this international body succeeds, we will have permanently ended the war. Israel will conduct further withdrawals linked to the extent of disarmament and demilitarization, but will remain in the security perimeter for the foreseeable future. I think we should understand that we're giving everybody a chance to have this done peacefully, something that will achieve all our war objectives without any further bloodshed. But if Hamas rejects your plan, Mr. President, or if they supposedly accept it and then basically do everything to counter it, then Israel will finish the job by itself. This can be done the easy way, or it can be done the hard way, but it will be done. We prefer the easy way, but it has to be done. All these goals must be achieved because we didn't fight this horrible fight, sacrifice the finest of our young men to have Hamas stay in Gaza and threaten us again and again and again with these horrific massacres. Mr. President, I was encouraged by your clear statement at the UN against the recognition of a Palestinian state. That would be an outcome that, after October 7th, would reward terrorism, undermine security, and endanger Israel's very existence. As for the Palestinian Authority, I appreciate your firm position that the PA could have no role whatsoever in Gaza without undergoing a radical and genuine transformation. In your 2020 peace plan, which you mentioned just now, you made clear what that transformation requires. It's not lip service. It's not checking a box. It's a fundamental, genuine, and enduring transformation. And that means ending pay to slay, changing the poisonous textbooks that teach hatred to Jews, to Palestinian children, stopping incitement in the media, ending lawfare against Israel at the ICC, the ICJ, recognizing the Jewish state, and many, many other reforms. It won't come as a surprise to you that the vast majority of Israelis have no faith that the PA Leopard will change its spots. But rather than wait for this miraculous transformation, your plan provides a practical and realistic path forward for Gaza in the coming years, in which Gaza will be administered neither by Hamas nor the Palestinian Authority, but by those committed to a genuine peace with Israel. I think this can be not only a new beginning for Gaza, I think it can be a new beginning for the entire region. Under your leadership, we can re-energize, well, I've got to contribute my own, we can re-energize the Abraham Accords. That's what it's called in the original Hebrew, Abraham. Abraham is fine, Abraham, however you want to call it. Under your leadership, Mr. President, we can re-energize the Abraham Accords that we forged 5 years ago. We can expand them to many more Arab and Muslim nations that choose moderation over extremism. I think there's an opportunity here. It's not going to be easy, it's tough going, but I think if we succeed, you're absolutely right. We're going to open possibilities that nobody even dreamed of. But I think we dream of them. As you've told me, Mr. President, and you've told the world many, many times, you said, remember October 7th. Remember October 7th. And we do. We will never forget the horrors of October 7th, and we will do whatever is necessary to make sure they don't happen again. Since October 7th, Israel's enemies have learned a hard truth. Those who attack us pay a heavy price, but those who partner with us advance progress and security for their peoples. President Trump just said it, it's also in the Bible. It says, those who will bless you will be blessed, and those who will curse you will be cursed. And that's actually what is happening. We want the blessings. I think we've done a lot in the past 2 years to end the curse. We're not finished, but we've done a lot. And we've done a lot together to end the curse. I want to thank your entire team for their efforts to get to this point. I especially want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for their indefatigable work to bring Israel and Arab states in the region closer together. I am deeply grateful to both of them for their work. We had a phone call today just to make it clear. I said to the Prime Minister of Qatar, Israel was targeting terrorists, wasn't targeting Qatar. And of course, we regretted the loss of the Qatari citizen, it wasn't our target. And I very much appreciate President Trump's proposal to have a trilateral body, the United States, Israel, and Qatar, to work out respective grievances. There are quite a few. But if we could try to mitigate them or put it on a different footing, I think that'll be good for everyone. Above all the people, the fine team, and many helpers who've done this, I want to thank you, Mr. President. History has already shown that under your leadership, Israel and America can change the face of the Middle East. And today I'm hopeful that your plan to end the war in Gaza will do so again and do so soon. It will free our hostages, end Hamas's tyranny in Gaza, and enable a more secure and prosperous future for the peoples of our region. Thank you, Mr. President. May God bless America. May God bless Israel. May God bless the indispensable alliance between our countries. And may I add in Hebrew, G'mal Chatima Tova, may we all be inscribed in the book of life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bibi. So I think while we wait for these documents to be signed and get everybody in line, I think it maybe is not really appropriate to take questions. I'm meeting with, as you know, a couple of Democrats in a little while about the country, about keeping our country open. They're going to have to do some things because their ideas are not very good ones. They're very bad for our country. So we'll see how that works out. But this is something that was really historic today. This was something that was amazing. I think, Bibi, I mean, depending on you, I think while we're waiting for signatures and waiting for approvals from a lot of different countries that are involved in this, we probably shouldn't take questions? Or would you like to take a question or two from perhaps a friendly Israeli reporter, if there's such a thing?
That's a very, very tough proposition. But I would think, Mr. President, that I would go by your instinct that this is, we'll have enough time for questions. Let's settle the issue first, I think.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
On Tuesday, Israeli authorities detained 2 residents of Holon on suspicion of spying for Iran. Holon is a city outside of Tel Aviv. The Shin Bet identified the individuals as Maor Kringle and Tal Amram. Kringle was previously detained last August following an investigation which revealed he photographed military bases and public sites under Iranian surveillance, even attempting further missions during Operation Rising Lion this past June. Both suspects allegedly received cryptocurrency payments and tried to recruit others for similar activities here in Israel. Prosecutors filed statements against them with formal indictments expected to roll out soon. Today's news bites at the top of the show are powered by our partner, Bernie News Network, or BNN. For fast and precise updates, you can join BNN on WhatsApp and Telegram at their website, bernie.news. I want to thank all of you for your interest in Israeli affairs, Israeli politics, our world politics. I also want to thank all of you who personally finance and fund the Israel Daily News podcast with monthly contributions. You can support us with your contributions by going over to our website, israeldailynews.org, and clicking on donate. The Patreon link is over there, and you can send us a monthly donation using the link. There's also an option for a one-time donation. Our organization is operational thanks to listeners and supporters like you. Thank you to Marianne Vollinger for her monthly support. In response for your contributions, I'll send over a handwritten thank you note to show my appreciation. Follow us on social media at israeldaily.news. We are on X, YouTube, TikTok, and on Instagram. Our page is just about to hit 40,000 followers. You can also follow my personal page at Shanna Fold. My name has 2 N's in it, and I'm very sensitive about that. On Tuesday, the National Council for Planning and Building approved an energy ministry plan for special electricity areas at gas stations that can charge up to 5 electric vehicles simultaneously. With this approval, gas stations will also be allowed to build small waiting areas for those charging their electric cars. More charging areas are needed if the energy ministry is to move to fully electric vehicles by 2050. Out of nearly 3.7 million private vehicles on Israel's roads, only 170,000 are electric. That's about 21%. And Israel is trying to get to a better place environmentally by 2050. So we see that rolling out now. A 14th century machzor, or Jewish prayer book for the holiday, was discovered at the National Library of Israel and has some lost Yom Kippur prayers inside. This discovery is rare, according to Dr. Chaim Neria, curator of the National Library of Israel's Chaim and Hannah Solomon Judaica selection, and this unique artifact gives a glimpse into time of prayers before the printing press was invented, which standardized prayers across the board for Jews worldwide. This book gives some insights into how Jews of this specific region were praying for Yom Kippur, which I think is pretty special. The manuscript reflects the Kaffa rite, a liturgy that emerged in the Crimean city of Kaffa. The machzor was recently acquired from a private collector. Although not officially on public display, it has been fully digitized and is available online. All right. Well, that is it for today's show. Today is Tuesday, September 30th, 2025. Tel Aviv has a low of 26 degrees Celsius and a high of 28 degrees. That's 78 degrees Fahrenheit for the low, going up to 83 degrees for the high. We are everywhere. Don't forget to sign up to our Israel Weekly News Wrap. The Israel Weekly News Wrap is a newsletter with the top 5 stories coming out of Israel from throughout the week. And of course, a personal note from me at the top. You can sign up for that at israeldailynews.org. Thank you to Perri Schwartz for sourcing and writing a lot of today's show. I'll send you off today with a song called Livchor Nachon, which is a cover by Morty Weinstein, Nicole Raviv, and Idan Tamler. Enjoy this song and have a great and productive day and an excellent week. Shavua tov, everyone. Gmar chatima tova. It means you should be sealed in the book of life.
בסוף הכל מתנקז אליי, עניין של זוויות, אני לא מבין רמזים אולי, צבעים ואותיות, מבט חטוף אל עצמי ודי, רק לא להסתכל, מה שבפנים כבר בפנים מדי, קוראים לזה הרגל. מתי אלמד לבחור נכון, להאמין, לראות שטוב, בלי להביט שוב לאחור, לבחור